Operation Tenfold Pursuit has been revealed, and with that the new rework of Thatcher is coming to the game this season. Now we're going to break down all of the crazy interactions, and here's just a few examples of what you're going to see in today's video. Now make sure to go down into the comment section, let me know what you think of this rework and of course all the other upcoming changes this season. Now let's aim for 500 likes on the video within the first 24 hours, so make sure to smash that like button and of course hit the sub button so you can keep up to date on my latest videos. Now we're going to have a look at a quick tutorial on how to use Thatcher, and his EMP has been replaced by a new EGS disruptor, which is a two-handed electromagnetic pulse launcher that has a scanner to view gadgets on. Now the scanner element can detect electronic devices through walls, marking them with blue circles if they're an unknown gadget, but if you've scouted out the enemies you'll be able to see the actual gadget on screen. Now it has a range of 10 meters, and you'll know this by ADSing. You'll see a red laser, and if it's out of range there will be a red X on the screen. Now his launcher has 6 charges, which allows for plenty of opportunity to disable gadgets, and the timer they're disabled for is 15 seconds. This will be visually shown on the scanner by a red circular timer on the middle of the scanner on your gadget. Now you can see here the first interaction with Cade. Cade has placed a claw on the top of a single wall and one on the bottom. Now you have to be smart with your positioning, and you need to go upstairs to take these out. As you can see here on the first floor, it's actually very difficult to take them both out, so you have to be very smart with positioning to be able to disable as many gadgets as possible. Now the next interaction is with Aruni gates. You can disable Aruni gates whether you're in front of the gate or from cover from behind a wall, but the difference here is that with EMP grenades in the past, once the timer has run out the gate will automatically come back online, but the difference now is that that won't happen, and the gate will continue to be damaged and will open up and will have to be manually reactivated by the defender. Now like I said, you can also do this from cover. I'm showing an example here that I'm behind a wall, so I could be in cover and my teammates are waiting for that gate to be cleared and they can push in through the gate, and I am also safe behind the wall. So this is another really interesting interaction. It's going to allow for very interesting plays. And another interaction here with Vigil is that you can actually see a Vigil's gadget on the scanner and you can deactivate it. So if you notice there's a Vigil roaming, you'll be able to give that information to your teammates, and if he has been already pinged early in the round, you'll be actually able to see his Vigil device on the scanner. Now this will also deactivate his reticle, so you'll see from his perspective here that his ACOG reticle has also been disabled, and this will be the case for other operators too. Now the same goes for Pulse. If Pulse is using his cardiac sensor, you'll be able to see his cardiac sensor through walls, through floors, and be able to deactivate it, and also his sight will be deactivated as well. So it's a very interesting concept of how we'll be able to see some of these operators' gadgets through walls. Another example here with Warden. Warden has his glasses activated and I can see it on the scanner. Again, if he is actually been scouted out by teammates, you'll also be able to see his glasses icon through walls. You can see the example here that I actually go inside the room and I'll be able to see his glasses icon coming up on the peripheral part of the scanner, and as I get it into the center point I'll be able to disable his glasses, and with a good coordinated team, maybe having a Ying, you can push towards the site and take him out. Before we continue, I can see a lot of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure to hit that sub button so you can keep up to date on my latest videos. Moving on to the next interaction, and this involves Solis. So obviously Solis is very important in trying to find a diffuser and stop them from getting the diffuser down, but if you have an extra charge in your Thatcher scanner, you'll be able to stop her from using her visor in helping your teammates in getting the diffuser down. You can see as she's using her visor it gets deactivated and she's unable to see the diffuser, and this is huge for post plant and winning the round. Now Skopos is the next interaction here. You can disable Skopos when he's trying to get on to see the cams, and of course you can also do that to the idle bot as well. So this is another interesting interaction, and even if you did come across a Skopos and you could see that he was about to switch over to his idle bot, you can actually stop the switch at the last second here. You can see in this example as he's about to switch over and swap into the other bot, you can stop it in its tracks and be able to take out Skopos. Now the next interaction here takes us over, and this involves Mute. This is very simple and straightforward. You'll be able to just instantly disable them for the 15-second timer, allowing your Thermite to get the wall open, and of course with Thermite you will now have 3 Thermite charges to open walls. Now the next thing here is if you have a C4 being thrown at you and you do have your scanner out, don't forget you can also disable the C4. The same goes for smoke canisters and other gadgets that are throwable. You'll be able to disable them using Thatcher's scanner. Before we continue, I just wanted to let you know guys that I have started a new channel called DBX. The link to the channel will be in the comments below and in the description, and the new channel is going to be focused on Arc Raiders initially with tips and tricks and gameplay, so please go over there, show some love and drop a sub on that, and the first video will be coming in the next few days. Moving on to the next interaction guys, and this involves Clash. Now if Clash has her shield placed in a hallway or on her person and she has has the electricity activated, you'll be able to see it on the scanner and be able to deactivate the shield and help your teammates in either destroying the shield or clearing the clash out and pushing towards the bomb site. Now moving on to the next interaction, and this involves Bandit. Now it's going to be way harder to Bandit trick because you can literally see Bandit taking batteries off and putting them back on, and you can just be constantly firing the pulse, deactivating the batteries and allowing your teammates to guarantee getting a wall open and pushing towards the site. So this is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out with regards to Bandit tricking. Now here's a bunch of examples I'm going to show you. So anyone getting on a default cam, whether it's Maestro getting on his evil eyes or Val getting on her cams, or just anyone getting on a default cam, Thatcher is going to be able to disable anyone doing that. The same with Echo, and you can see just some of the examples here. I cannot access my evil eye because I have been deactivated, and the same goes for like lights in hallways. You can see here at the top of black stairs, it just gives you that kind of like night maps kind of nostalgia with how the lights just turn off and make it super dark. You can see here as well Echo getting on his cams, it pops up on the scanner. Now if he is been pinged, you'll be able to see that it's actually an Echo. The same goes for Echo drones. You'll see in the hallway here that I actually shoot an Echo drone off the ceiling and it falls to the ground. And another really a good example as well, you can clear out multiple gadgets at the same time. And here's an example, there's a proximity mine at the top of the stairs, and you also have Rook on the stairs on a default cam, and you'll be able to take out the proximity mine, stop Rook from being on cams, and turn off the lights in that corner of the hallway, all in one pulse of the scanner. So this is just like really interesting, going to be for certain plays and how we use the gadget. You're going to have 6 charges like I said, so you're going to have to be very smart in how you use them, and you're going to have lots of opportunity to disable gadgets. Now with the Bulletproof Cam, this is like a counter. You'll be able to disable his scanner for a few seconds, allowing your teammates to maybe stop them from getting the wall open, clear that Thatcher out so that they cannot disable the gadgets on the wall. But the other side of it too is that Thatcher, once it gets back online, will be able to see that person on the cam and maybe deactivate them and give a good intel position for their teammates of as to where this person is located. Now we're going to take a look at some of the hard breach changes and interactions. So with Hibana, she gets the new DMR, the PMR 90 that Thatcher has, and also Nook and Capitao, and she also gets Claymores in her arsenal as well. But the big change for Hibana, her pellets no longer reload from the launcher, so you can just keep firing the pellets onto the wall, and they also have a shorter detonation time, so you can get the walls open quicker. You can see how fast that was to get the wall open by shooting the pellets and the wall opening, and you can also use it to make really quick head holes in the walls. You can see here I fired 6 pellets super quickly and they detonated very fast, which will allow for lots of new angles that you can create very quickly with Hibana. Now the next big change involves Thermite, and this is an interaction between Thermite and Mute. If you are standing in a Mute jammer, your trigger will no longer work in activating the exothermic charge on the wall. Now the exothermic charge is not in a Mute jammer, but because you're standing in one, the trigger will no longer work. But the really big change for Thermite here is he's getting an extra Thermite charge, so he's going to have 3 of them now, which means, like an example here on Chalet, you could literally open up all 3 walls using Thermite exothermic charges and not having to bring another hard breacher. He also gets the ITA secondary shotgun as well, so another huge boost for hard breachers with regards to Thermite. And you can see here that you can literally get every wall open on that Chalet bottom side, so it's going to be very scary for defenders. Now another new interaction with Ace. Ace can now open walls even if there's a Mute jammer on it using his Selma charges. This is huge. It means that Mute is no longer going to be effective against Selma charges and getting the wall open, and it will also destroy the gadget if it's placed on the wall. So this is going to be another interesting aspect with regards to getting walls open. They really are pushing hard breachers to be able to open walls easier. You can see here again another example. There is 2 Mute jammers on that wall right now, but I'm still able to open them, and it will also destroy the signal disruptors, as you can see from the icons on the right hand side of the screen, and I can still get the walls open. Now a couple of huge changes for Maverick with regards to his blowtorch. You no longer have multiple reloads for his blowtorch anymore, just 1 reload, and it takes a very long time to get to that stage. In fact, you can get it pretty much an entire wall open without having to do it. Now I kind of messed it up a little bit, I missed a couple of parts here, but you can see you can literally get the whole wall open. Now he's also going to have nades in pocket, and he's getting the Reaper added for a secondary weapon. Now another interesting change coming with regards to Castle. castle barricades can now be electrified by K-claws and Bandit batteries. Now this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out in ranked and of course in the pro scene as well, especially on certain maps like, you know, you've got your top floor clubhouse and gym and bedroom, you know, stopping them from getting those window ones open very quickly. You'll be able to electrify them, but it will mean that you'll have to use some of your claws and batteries which you might want to use elsewhere. Now the final change involves Thermite. He's going to get a banana in his pocket that he can take out and eat, which will give him super speed and he'll be able to run at 150 miles an hour. So that's it for the video today, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Go down into the comments, let me know what you think. Is this enough? Do we need more in order to help fix Siege? Obviously we know we need to have some serious work on this anti-cheat, but let me know what you're real hoping for in the future of Siege going into year 11. And if you've been watching the Pro League, what have you been thinking of the Munich Major so far? And of course, if you're new, hit that sub button and the notification bell so you know when I upload my next video. And as always,